what it was and who she talked to and what time she made that report, and made a report that was submitted. It was transferred from the police department. Had to be, unless she called this police officer on his phone, because she did have a phone number. From what I understand, she had a phone number to contact the police officer to send the copy of the alleged text message that I supposedly sent her, that allowed and gave the police and their lawful ways the right, as they're telling me, from my protection, to come and remove me out of my home, off my property, and away from my family for what turned into 7 days. Over an hour away from where we live at, in a much different parish, where therefore I became the property, from what I'm reading, from everything that this nice gentleman at Slidell PD today shared with me, with that statute that I just showed everyone a moment ago, that they're claiming. That's where he directed me to specifically go to that. Now, any idiot would have specifically just read that and said, oh, okay, well, yeah, yeah, they got me. I'm not just any idiot, okay? And I don't know why they want to keep fucking testing me, but I'm not just any idiot. Far from it, trust me when I say that. I've learned a lot through all of this shit. All of this corruption with my house, all of the corruption with the juvenile system with my son, and Judge Brian Haggerty at Slidell City Court, which was just our city attorney for City of Slidell. And yeah, he also is the one who kind of pretty much handpicked who the new city attorney is. So you know they're all covering each other's asses like there's no tomorrow. And, that's fine. That's fine. That's the way that they need to operate because of the shady shit that they do. Then that's fine. I would like everyone to please help me figure out exactly what this means, and what, if that was the call, should there have been a coroner present, or should the coroner have been involved with them actually taking me into custody? And somewhere in what I'm going to post, it says in there, I'll highlight it when I post it. It says in this whole law and statute and everything that I was told today. It also says, if you read further, don't just go to that one spot as I was directed today like I was a fucking idiot. But you read further, before and after, and you'll learn a lot more about other things that puts it into a different perspective than what they're trying to just tell me that, oh, brush it off the shoulder, it happened, get over it. Because that's how I feel like I'm being told. I haven't physically been told that, but I feel like this is another situation that we've gotten screwed, I've gotten screwed, and nobody's being held accountable for what they did. Everyone finds a reason, a justification as to what they did and how they got away with it, and why they had the legal right to do so. But I just believe that if you really scrutinize what I'm going to post in a little while, and with the help of the public out there and everyone who follows my stuff, a lot of great people, a lot of good people give me a lot of good advice. A lot of things we haven't been able to use just yet because all of this shit is so complicated, y'all. It's unreal. To navigate through the mortgage fraud, to navigate through all of this shit that I've been going through, it's a lot. And then be uprooted out of your home, have your kid out on the street because of being uprooted out of your home. It's been a nightmare. It's been a freaking nightmare, everyone. And then my father passed away right before all of that. So we haven't had time to stop and breathe because these fuckers keep messing with us. So, I just really want to know if anyone thinks that with this being the cause of the nature of the call, I guess is what it is, and that being the offense code, and when you see what I post, section L, and I'll highlight it, and then read a little further, and that, it mentions about we become basically something in prison, or an inmate. And it mentions also about one parish paying the other parish for that person being there, and all kind of very interesting things that I think everyone should really take the time to read. And also I questioned this. This is how I got the police report. I don't see that that's legitimate by any means. Perhaps I'm wrong, but to me, that's not the finished report. Also, my other problem is that, and I mentioned this to the person that I spoke to today, and they kind of just brushed it off because, don't quote me on it, but their response was kind of like, well, that's not what we're having this conversation about, more or less. It was, okay, well, we're here, we're trying to address the reason why you were brought to the hospital and whatnot. So, to me, it was just another conversation and topic that got skated around. Probably had the city attorney sitting next to the person that called me today. I can't bullshit you. I really believe that's exactly how that went down. I don't know. It just really makes me question a lot about a lot more. And it's sad, so I'm hoping that everyone actually takes the time and reads this. This is the, and let me just, hold on. Let me just go ahead and do this. Sorry for those of you who are on your laptop and I just turned it sideways on you. I do apologize. Now this is, and I'm going to say this is the bitch that called and had all this done. And then, let me finish this. While we were at the hospital, after the officers got me to the hospital, the one that drove me there, he came back in and he's like, did your son have permission to take your truck or blah, 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 blah? So where I was going before was that this girl, Christina, that somehow got in touch with this officer at Slidell Police Department and was able to send a copy of this text message to his phone, which therefore allowed them to come and do what they did, supposedly. She also turned around and must have called back either, like I said before, either to the police officer's phone directly that she sent the text message to. That's kind of what I'm thinking happened now. Or she called Slidell PD and made another report, which would be a false report. So that's another issue that we need to have addressed that probably will get swept under the fucking rug like everything else they keep sweeping under the rug. They're going to sweep so much shit under that fucking rug, they're going to end up tripping over that bitch before it's over with. That's what just mind fucks me all the time. I don't understand how these people think they can just keep doing all of this dirt and sweeping shit under the rug all day long and don't think it's ever going to pile up on them and it's not going to catch up with them. That's not how life works. It's not how it works. And some of these people need to remember that. So here's the girl's name that called and made the report. And then get a load of this. While the officer comes back into the hospital asking me about did my son have permission to take my truck and all this shit, my mom was in the waiting room. My mom had my truck keys. There was no way that my son could have taken my truck, nor did he have any desire to take my truck, nor have we ever had an issue with him taking any of my vehicles. So I don't know where that came from, except from his little court situation and all of that bullshit where Judge Schwartz held my son in custody for 7-8 months during the second time for the sheriff election, two times in a row that my son's been in custody behind my shit on social media, just calling this shit out for what it is. It's sad. It's really sad. And no one has the kahunas or the desire or the not being involved in it to step up and do anything to help us in any facet, or at least that's the way it appears to all of us. So you guys, I hope you had time to read this. As you can tell, I have a dog that's barking at me. I need to take care of her, and y'all have a blessed day, have a safe day. Keep an eye open for what I'm gonna post after a while, which is all of the stuff that goes with this statute that they claim that they have the right to remove me and bring me to the hospital and have me held against my will, pretty much. It's unreal, unfreaking real. So, alright y'all, take care, stay safe, stay blessed, keep us in your prayers, don't be assholes to your neighbors, and don't forget where you came from,